What's going on, guys? Waco and Custom Pong here in the
guys.
Revolution Watch Bar, and we want to talk about this watch that's on my wrist. It is the NOMOS Glashütte for Revolution Sambal Worldtimer.
Yes, our Sambal Worldtimer.
So Sambal is a type of chili that is indigenous to the culture here in Singapore.
Yep.
It is incredibly delicious, but it is mighty spicy. Would you agree?
No, he's weak. Sambal is fantastic.
Which doesn't prevent me from eating it. Of course, I ingest vast quantities of it. You know, I especially like it when you have your laksa, then there's the sambal on the side, then you put it on top and you mix it all in. The only problem is about 30 minutes later, there's a certain volcanic eruption that happens through a certain orifice in my body.
Oh God.
And it's not my nose. That having been said, I want to talk about NOMOS Glashütte. It's one of our favorite watch brands. It is, in fact, the oldest watch brand in Glashütte.
Yes, that's right.
And a brand that since its inception, the first launch of its watches were in 1994, has consistently made incredible value propositions with really beautiful, pure, strong Bauhaus design.
Yes, that's correct, yeah.
But something very interesting happened in the beginning of this year. We went to Watches and Wonders, and lo and behold, NOMOS was at Watches and Wonders.
Yes,
It's incredible. And they launched something spectacular. They launched 31 different color Tangente 38s, right?
Yes.
So 31 to celebrate the fact that the watch was created in 1994. So in fact, it's not actually the 30th anniversary of the watch, it's actually 31 because they're so mathematically accurate in Germany.
Of course.
And it was in all these stunning different colorways, which we absolutely loved. Every watch was made in a series of 175 watches to celebrate.
Because NOMOS is celebrating 175th anniversary of watchmaking in Glashütte.
Absolutely, which goes to show you the roots of watchmaking in Glashütte are deep indeed.
Extremely strong.
So one of the watches that we saw that really captured our imagination was a colorway known as chili.
Yes.
Right? Chili combines three of our favorite colors. It combines red, hot pink, and pastel pink.
Yes, that's right.
And if you know anything about Revolution and myself in particular, you know that pink is one of my favorite colors. I don't happen to be wearing pink anywhere on my body today that's visible, but maybe not just joking. But anyway, so we saw this watch and I was like, dude, I love this watch. And I loved it so much, in fact, I bought one while I was at Watches and Wonders.
Yeah.
But I couldn't stop thinking about this stunning colorway and how it could be applied to another one of their watches, and that is the fantastic Zurich Worldtimer.
Yeah, that's absolutely nice. I mean, it's absolutely monster of a watch, to be honest, because it's so accessible, yet it is a working Worldtimer, and it also does not just have a city disc, but it also has a 2 time zone and a small 24-hour disc located at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, and what's really cool, obviously, is just with the push of one button, it synchronizes the turn in both the city disc and the 24-hour disc at the same time, so you have just an effortless change of the city.
Yes, that's right.
And it's always bothered me that on that city disc, in place of Singapore, you see Hong Kong, and I'm always like, Yamagao-cha! You know, which, okay, I'm joking, but in Cantonese, that means what's the problem?
Yeah.
And in fact, Momantai, there is no problem whatsoever, but I would just love to see Singapore on a city disc. So I was like, listen guys, do you think we could possibly do a collaboration, our second collaboration incidentally, where we take the Zurich Worldtimer, which has this wonderful one button function.
Yep.
And we add to that the stunning chili colorways.
Okay.
And we put Singapore on the city disc.
Awesome.
And they said, wait, what would you call such a watch? And I said, we should call that watch Sambal. You know, in Singapore, like we love chili.
Yes.
You know, people are all addicted to it here. My fiance / my wife, by the time you watch this, she can eat more chili than any human being I've ever met.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she, when I eat my tiny amount of chili, which is usually the equivalent that they feed to a 4-year-old baby girl, right? And I start crying and sweating, she just laughs at me. Well, why do you think chili is so important in our culture?
I mean, Southeast Asia is one of the biggest, I would say, biggest consumer of spices as well. I think chili plays a huge part in terms of adding flavors to, I mean, just look at like Asian, I mean, majority, you know, you have the population, you have Chinese, you know, you have Muslims, of course, we have Hindus and you know, everybody.
Yes.
You know, and most of majority of them are spice eaters. Chinese are spice eaters. Just look at our food. Don't even talk about the Muslim foods or the Indian foods. You know, all of them are very spice infused.
I think that's a wonderful thing about Singapore. It is indeed a melting pot of different cultures. So I would say Chinese culture, Malay culture, Indian culture, European culture, all kind of mixed into one, right? One of the things that we all do is we eat each other's food, which I think is great.
Yep.
And one of the throughways is spice, but the most famous chili paste that's come out of Singapore is sambal.
Sambal, yes.
So what actually goes in the sambal concept?
So I think sambal is a mix of, I mean, of course, chili, and then also comes with, I think, shrimp, a bit of shrimp.
Dried shrimp, right?
Dried shrimp
Right.
and some other spices all added together into a paste. And then that paste is, you can use it to stir fry. Oh my God, stir fry clams with sambal. Oh my God, it's amazing. I love
Constant is in fact the
sambal.
ambassador of Sambal in our region.
Yeah.
So all those ingredients combine to create one watch that we absolutely love.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that's great about the Zurich Worldtimer is, from my perspective, it's the perfect size for a Worldtimer, right?
Yeah.
39.9 mm in diameter, which to me is perfect because it's super wearable, it's classic in proportion, yet it's big enough that you can read.
Yes, that's right. I think that's super important.
You need to be able to read
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
the city disc, you need to be able to read the 24-hour disc as well. And then in terms of height, it's 10.9 mm in terms of thickness, so very slim
it's
for
not
a
bad.
Worldtime watch.
Wow.
It's using the caliber DUW5201, which features the NOMOS Glashütte proprietary swing system, which is their own kind of escapement. So all in, this watch is a phenomenal value, beautifully constructed, really engaging colorways, guaranteed to spice up your life.
Definitely, that's a promise.
And we love presenting it to you. So Constant, how many of these are we going to make?
So we're just gonna make 50 pieces of the Sambal Worldtimer.
You know, and the cool thing about this watch is it's priced at $6,100 US, which incidentally is exactly the same price as the normal Zurich Worldtimer. So there's no increase in price for this special edition.
Awesome.
Although I guess the first thing that I would do if I got my watch, which I'm hoping to keep this one, in fact, this is the prototype, is I'm going to go look for a pink strap.
Oh
Right.
wow!
I think that like a sexy, hot, maybe a pink shark or something like that.
Get like a dark magenta, I think would be great.
Yeah,
because
or,
of
I
the
like the way
hue.
I like the way you go, you know. All right, or dark magenta with like hot pink top stitching could be dope as well.
It's crazy.
Anyway, guys, you know, it's the end of the year. We wanted to give you a watch that really would help to bring a little bit of fun, enjoyment, a smile on your face,
A little bit of spice
a
in your
little
life.
spice of your life, but also is a watch that's made with incredible authenticity and is a great value proposition. So thank you for listening and spice up your life.
Sambal.